Okay, I have found my wolves. Now I've got to get them home. Unfortunately, I have to walk them home. And that's going to be a journey. Although it's kind of interesting. They won't attack creepers for me. But they will take on things like skeletons. Although maybe I'll have to go back and get some soon. If I have creepers do that to me. Dragon arms and wolf chops. Great. Oh, and... oh, that didn't work out like I wanted. I had a nice large pack of wolves at one point. Stupid creepers. I guess I gotta go back and get some more. Okay, back in the forest looking for wolves. Back on my quest for wolf poo. And hopefully... oh, hey, I left one sitting that I didn't realize. Although, hopefully I have enough bones to pick up some more. Alright, another wolf. Come on. I'm over here. Yep, I've got a bone. I should have several, considering how many skeletons I just went through. Oh, come on. There we go. Actually, that's surprising. I should have gotten more. Well, maybe if I'd run out of bones. Actually, I've got enough meat. I've got like 2 stacks of rotten zombie flesh. I just hope I don't run into a pack of creepers. Although, they were making short works of skeletons, endermen. I guess I got a little greedy. See, that's a piggy, that's a ducky. And that's a sheep. It's alive, so there must not be any wolves around. More duckies, more piggies. And a hole in the ground that I want to steer clear of, especially with wolves around me. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to have as many wolves as I wanted, but I can always make more. I've got plenty of rotten zombie flesh. It's just not here. And since you can't take wolves through the portal, I've got to take these back to my city the long way. Ugh. Let's try this again. Okay, a little bit closer to home. I've now gotten far enough that, well, I'm in what's reported as the taiga biome, where I should be finding wolves, but I never could, because it all looks like desert and there's no grass for them to spawn on. And that is the environment that my city was on, and ooh, I can see my tower in the background, and there's my windmill, and there's my second pack of wolves following me. So I just have to get them home and build a doghouse. Okay, I've got my creepers, now I got wolves, and I gotta make a doghouse. My plan is to make a doghouse where when they make their droppings, it's going to go into the water down below, into this mob trap that goes into, well, basically collects with the rest of the stuff that I have going on in here. So the design is going to be fairly simple. It's got to be a box that I put the wolves in and let them sit there. And I've also got to have some mechanism for feeding them, which will probably go along with the same mechanism I have for harvesting the hemp. and it's probably going to be pretty much directly under here. So I'll probably go ahead and put it in this corner here, and they'll be sitting on pedestals that drop into the water below. Alright, I've started on the dog hole. I dug down to where I can see the water flowing below. Left 4 blocks, about 1 apart, so I can have the doggies sit on that. And the next I've got to work on a feeding system. Okay, Wolfie's feeding system in place. Dispensers. Of course I'm going to replace this with a button lighter, and then eventually with a bio timer. No, probably the same one that fires off this one here. And it'll feed the wolves. But now it's time to put the wolves in place on their perches. And they're all sitting down, so I just gotta push them into the holes. And boop. 1 doggy. Oops, gotta be very careful with this. Push a doggy, 2 doggies, and let's see if I can get this one into the hole. It's doggy golf. Or is it doggy billiards? Wolf in corner pocket. Oh. Yeah, I keep missing. See what happens when you call your shots? Let's see. There we go. Now I've got my 3 wolves nicely sitting. And the next step is just to make it dark. I can't do much about where they're sitting down there. Hopefully it's going to be dark enough for them to do their business. I'll go ahead and get the feeding set up. Need another flash. Now it gets to become dark for them. Have my doggy and feeding them. Didn't mean to give them 2 hits, but they should be somewhat fed. And I just have to wait for them to drop something. And hooray, I finally have poo from my little wolf farm. Now I can go ahead and scour my leather. Actually, I've already scoured it using my mill. So now I just have to go ahead and tan it. And that requires that I go ahead and make myself a stew pot. And in order to do that, I'm going to need some water. Well, I have plenty of that around. So I just got to go find some. Preferably someplace that doesn't drain easily. So I'll just grab this. Break some. Snag. Ooh. Interesting. It didn't do what I expected it to do. Okay. Ah, I see why. What the? Where did that come from? Oh well, guess I got a creeper mess to clean up. And something else. Okay. And a wonderful little mystery on my hand. I wonder if they're coming over the top or appearing somewhere else, or apparently someplace isn't bright enough. Okay. Well, I'll go back watch the film on that, see where it came from. Alright, so now on to the stew pot. So I need a bone. I think I got a bone or two around here. Alright. Stewing pot with a bone in it. Some iron. Stewing pot. And then I need a place. I've already actually thought of that. Wow, listen to those. I have got this building that I have been sleeping in. And I have built looks like a chimney on here. And when I go in, you'll see it's a fireplace complete with an actual fire netherrack. So I'll go ahead and put the stewing pot in there. And throw some wolf dung in. Although I'm going to need the leather. There it is, scoured leather. Got 6 scoured leather. And let's see. Throw that in the pot and watch it scour. I actually could go ahead and put some food in there, but it would go rotten from the dung, and then I'd just have fertilizer. But usually what I end up doing is I'll make a second pot specifically for leather, and I just come around and toss the wolf dung in at the leather as I go by. Alright, well, let's go make a saw. First of all, I need to cut the leather into strips. Done. I'll keep that leather whole. Then I'll take 4 of those strips, turn them into a belt, 3 gears, belt, wood, and iron. I'm still carrying the iron, I got the belt, so I just need the gears and plank. I'm really going to have to figure out where things are leaking through the defenses. Especially if creepers are sneaking in or appearing where they shouldn't be. And I have a saw. Now I just get to go place it. This is the saw area that I made, complete with a spot for a hopper and chest, and connect it in. So my first step is to knock out this thing. Right. And then I'm going to go place the saw. Let's see, I'm going to need to, I'll use some dirt. So I need to go here and here, because I like my saw facing downward. That way, things are less prone to escape through the gaps. And then I'll knock out that dirt because I don't like the way it looks. There we go. And I should probably go get a switch so I can put it on there to turn on and off the saw. So first things first, turn on the main power source, I think. There we go. Brings up the saw. Smoky sounds on the saw. And that's dirt. Take some of my wooden planks, especially these annoying ones that don't look like wooden planks. And I have lots of wood. And cut them into smaller chunks. And now that I have those smaller chunks, even smaller chunks. And if I wanted more gears, I could go with smaller chunks still. And so now I can build the hopper. There it is. 2 gears, a pressure plate, siding, and a bit of corner. So I'm going to get my pressure plates out, which I have 2 of them. Oops. Alright. Pressure plate, little nodule there, and this siding. And I have a hopper. And then I'm going to go place it. Actually, I'm going to be building several hoppers to go along in this area. And because I'm going to have them powered, it's going to go here. Open up the water, stuff now flows in, and now I can come down here every once in a while and collect the stuff. So now I can do things like turn on my mill, let my doggies generate dung, let monsters get killed, and anything that happens in this corner of the world will, of course, fall into that hopper. Isn't it great to have that part of the project done? I guess next we're going to start working on, well, I need to fix up this so that I put a hopper in a chest, and my little saw, and a few other places.